Okay, we should be nice, ready and good to go. Hello Desert, always a pleasure seeing you around, and hello Saha. The collab should be going up in around a minute, likely less than one. There's just a couple of things. Because first thing first, when it comes to pools, I was expecting to start the collab with 120, but apparently I'm up to 140. And second, actual biggest hope possible is that the collab units will actually take the badges of Foresight for their rank 13 materials. I haven't really liked any of the new rank 13 skills of the last batch, so I don't really have anyone to use these on, so fingers crossed this is going to be Geralt, Yennefer, Triss and Ciri. Okay, everything's up. Entire anniversary event is apparently up. So, Otherworldly Journey, this should be the Battle Pass. And looks like it is. Again, you max this thing out, you actually get the 680 gems back, so you should potentially be able to buy a second Battle Pass at the cost of one. I'm likely going to do this, but I'm going to wait until I reach a high enough level before I do it. Or I just need the materials to level up my units. Because getting 3-4 new units, that's going to be really, really heavy. Another 100 liberation things here. Where's Ciri? They said Ciri would have been available in the mail, right? Or maybe straight up in the events tab, I have no idea. Collab summon gift, Sword of Convallaria. This is for the how many summons you have to do. Up to 500, Jesus Christ, that's a bit much. Lady of Space and Time, there's our Ciri. Straight up, right here.
Greetings, stranger from another world. They call me the Lion Cub of Sintra, the Lady of Space and Time.
The EN voice acting, I don't know.
In truth, I prefer Ciri.
Entire rest of the game in JP, the NVA feels a bit weird.
Doing what I ever wished to do, being who I wanted to be. I believe that's one definition of happiness.
Okay, let's see if I even have the materials to bring her up. Next, Witcher's Gift. Okay, this is just for check-ins, couple hundred crystals, and material upgrade boxes, which are honestly very welcome. White Wolf, this is the skin. Looks great, but it's a bit expensive. These things are usually 15-20 bucks, so perhaps the dev wanted to go all in on the collab. I hope so. I really hope so. Yeah, 16, this is like 30 bucks or something. Witcher selection, these are the weapons. I think we should be getting another weapon selector box later. But before I do this, thankfully we get 10 vouchers as well. Before I do this, I want to see which characters I can get, and most importantly, which weapons are going to be the better ones. What else is there? Hunt Love Dirty Forest. This is going to be the event.
So you don't trust me?
Don't trust portals.
That's why I'm the expert.
What does that make me?
And yeah, of course, a collab this big has to get its own cutscene.
Better to have a Witcher by your side.
They've been spamming this a little bit left and right, but honestly, they've put a lot of work into this, so it's alright.
I'd say it's even better to have a sorceress by your side.
God, those little strands of hair.
We should leave.
Now, when they announced it, they kind of made it sound like you could lose 50/50s and still get the other characters from the collab. But I need to check the banners first. Because it looks like the character releases are still sort of the same when it comes to dates. And if the only character you can get from a single banner is the rate up one, and that's an average of 50 pulls per unit, this is going to be a hell of an easy collab too. Damn portals, what is this place? Certainly not what I had in mind. And they went from animated to pixelated in just one portal. At least we came out in one piece, since everything is where it should be. You're referring to your swords, I hope? Take it the portal's not cooperating. Got a plan? Does that old book have a chapter on scenic detours? The plan is to wait. We'll be home shortly, in 12 hours to be exact. 12? I've checked, according to Eastred, this portal opens twice a year. Always as the moon sets and the sun rises on Belletin. Got Geralt in the first 10 pool, let's go. Congrats Marcelo, also welcome. Oh, don't sulk Geralt. I thought you might welcome a bit of quiet, just the two of us, together. If you wanted to be alone with me on your birthday, you could have just asked. They're going to turn being stranded into another world in a little lovely picnic, aren't they? Footsteps, a lot of them. Monsters and witchers, like moths to a flame. Okay, that should have been it for our little intro. Next is just going to be... Oh, wait, I guess not. Actual combat intro. I wanted to go check the banner, but at the same time I don't really want to interrupt this. There's too many, we can't possibly kill them all. Hazel, watch out, over there. More wolves on the way. There's no end to these wolves, something's controlling them. Our contract was to clear the forest of any threats, but I've never seen anything like this. The villagers' lives comes first, stop fighting and fall back. Hazel, Metha, clear those thorn barriers and get the villagers to safety. This is the AoE clear, that's nice. Bro is poisoned.
次は私の番。怒ったよ。私やりました。
We're going to have to almost fall here, aren't we? Looks like I set one of them free only for them to go get beaten. Oh, nothing. They really have it for the villagers. They've cut us off. We're surrounded. No ordinary beast would reach, so they're monsters. All. Hold your ground. Focus on the exit.
Eat this.
You shan't make it out of here.
Eat this.
Is that looks like magic he's using? I don't quite recognize it.
A weak
Sword slung across his back. How unusual. Watch the thorns. Get back. Now. Look at that sword work. They've come to save us. That's maybe a little bit of an early conjecture, but glad she's right.
Appreciate it.
And godly lattering skills. Now's our chance to fight back. Fizzle, Meta.
Come, time's of the essence.
Oh god, we actually get to try them out. Magic boost, magic attack plus 3%. In addition, skill, magic surge. After using it, one stack of magic exhaustion at the end of the turn. After using magic surge, the next non-magic empowerment, -1 energy and -1 cooldown. The action reduces damage taken by 10%, magic damage taken by an additional 40% magic damage reduction? The hell? Before taking enemies' active single target attacks from the front of side, performs preempt, interrupt, 50% magic damage and 2 level 2 debuffs, then teleports to the closest ally within 2 to 6 tiles, once every 2 turns. This feels like, oh god, what's her name? Espinangal's passive as well, that she too can get hit and teleport away towards one of her allies. Elemental Control, Ball Lightning, Pyrokinesis or Hail when having magic boost, Elemental Storm. 180% damage to all enemies within 3 tiles. For each additional enemy hit, multiplier decreased by 15%, minimum 45%. Which is okay. Again, we've seen a lot of these skills that just big single target nuke, but the more enemies you hit, the lower the damage. They still deal a crap ton of damage though. Before attacking, crit plus 15%. Oh, attack plus 15%, crit plus 50. And this is a base skill. It has nothing to do with her trait. Are you fucking kidding me? 50% free crit trait from here. Vulnerable 3 on targets within 2 tiles of the center. After attacking, 1 stack of ignition and turns tiles into frosty. What the hell is this unit, man? Okay, she needs the enhanced state for Elemental Storm to be available, but this thing is freaking crazy. Oh, wait. 245 speed. How are they giving you 245 speed? Dude, what the hell? I think she just shot up to tier 0. At 245 speed, this is basically a buffer. A buffer with insane damage. Selects the target, teleports to an empty tile within 6 tiles of the target, damage 3 and speed 2. Dude, Tyr is getting competition with this. It's only 1 target, but Tyr is getting some competition with this. After teleportation, perform pursuit on all enemies within 2 tiles, AoE damage, 50% magic attack, and vulnerable 3 for 2 turns. After casting non-magic empowerment, reduces class skill cooldowns by 1 turn, restores 1 energy up to 1 time per round. Damage 3, speed 2, vulnerable 3, insane damage, vulnerable 3, ignition, and frosty. What the hell is this?
This ought to help.
Okay, there's our magic surge. Okay, 5 tiles, but it has to be targeted. So instead, I guess you can send Geralt down here.
You shan't make it out of here.
In just one-shots everyone. Looks like the empowerment is Gando. It's only 1 cast per turn.
Come closer.
As for you, 252 because he got buffed, so he's at 152 base speed, so slow watcher. Magic attack unaffected by buffs and debuffs, always equal to physical attack, and gets these skills, which are potion. Crit by 30%, like this, for free. After using any potion, gains regen and damage reduction for 3 turns. After performing physical attacks, inflicts physical defense down 2 on the target for 3 turns. Just 2 though. Homa is still better. After performing magical attacks, magic defense down 2 on the target for 3 turns. Start of battle, 2 stacks of Quen shield. Physical shield, 50% HP up to 4 stacks. When broken, 35% magic AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles and knocks the adjacent targets back by 1 tile. When multiple stacks are broken at once, the effects stack. And I'm really curious to see if the effect also takes into account the knockback. If you can knock back enemies multiple tiles just from his trait. Damage taken minus 20%, range damage taken minus 40% when targeted by single target attacks, dodge 1 time per round. Assisting cover for dimensional traveler allies for within 3 tiles. I don't know about this one. I guess, yeah, sure, he has dodge, he gets damage reduction, but assisting cover without self-healing, it's a bit weird. 3 hits, 50% AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles. Igni rotation, Igni fire stream. Gains armor piercing for 1 turn, 40% defense ignore. But this is the 20% fire AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles. The character's physical attack to deal an additional 20% magic damage. Or 4 hits, 40% fire AoE damage. And before attacking, 40% increase to attack. That's actually quite good. And this is the finisher, 180% AoE damage to all targets within 4 tiles in front. Before attacking, 40% increase to attack. And this does not go down depending on the enemy's hit. This is base 180. What do you have for potions? Restores 35% HP, gains Swallow. Or healing. Thunderbolt, 20% physical attack. Should be able to
Don't
use
mind if
2.
I do.
Okay. Tony Owl restores 1 energy, after using Signs, that's neat. And lastly, Forest. Crit plus... Not... What do you mean crit plus 30? Another? On top of the 50% from his trait.
Let the blade sing. Gave me no choice.
And yeah, Geralt looks pretty decent too. 80% crit rate by himself and a 180% damage skill.
Come on, come closer.
I still think he's more of a utility based unit. Damage is kind of secondary because he has a lot more stuff to it. He's got the assist, he's got the shields, the extra buffs and whatnot. Also, really great choice bringing the Witcher 3 music into this. I haven't relayed in a while.
Come, time's of the essence.
Okay, Magic Surge is back up again. Can be cast when not having Magic Exhaustion.
This ought to help.
Yeah, there's no way he reaches down there.
You shan't make it out of here.
Oh!
You've crossed the wrong sorceress.
Come on, come closer.
Okay. So let's go with
Any
Igni
last
Rotation.
words?
And DOE.
Eat this. Gave me no choice.
Double teleport as well. That's pretty cool. Greystones, giant tracks, strangling vines. Could be the marks of Election. Too soon to say for sure. Of course it's going to be Election. I think they brought in the Election for the Monster Hunter Collab a few years ago as well. A forest spirit, a mean one. If it's an ancient, even worse. I'm not sure I follow, but thanks for your help. SF, we are the Sword of Convallaria. Geralt of Rivia. This is Yennefer of Virginburg. Save the pleasantry for later. I don't fancy the Leshen joining us. Who knows? They seem pretty strong. I don't think they're going to struggle that much even against the Leshen. I should have known from the start. The portal didn't just malfunction, it sent us to another realm entirely. Think I'll stick with Roach next time, more reliable. This Leshen you spoke of, it's a monster from your world? A powerful one, territorial too. It protects the forest, commands its beasts. You mean all those attacks were the Leshen's doing? It controls animals without revealing itself? Wields old magic too. It can curse a human without a mark. As long as the marked person remains in its domain, the Leshen can't be killed, not completely. A monster that cannot die. We're in over our heads. I know you need to go back to your own world, but could you help us? We have to stop it from hurting more people. I'm a Witcher. Monster hunting is what I do. Can't stay long though. If you want me to kill this thing, best get started now. Also, I guess as long as you toss a coin to that Witcher, he's going to do whatever. Got to see if someone in the village was marked. Look for crows, they serve Leshens, might show us who we're looking for. What do we do with the marked one when we find them? Bring them beyond the Leshen's reach, should be enough, so long as they don't return. We'll make every hour count. And let's hope so. Okay, there we go. chapter 3 out of 16, but we need to complete the conversations first. Before that, though, because yeah, that was just the beginning. We have 2 more banners here, Voyage of Discovery, as well as the other massive event. Collection is our new little mechanic. Abundant valuable rewards and great boosts during combat in Collab events. I guess this is going to be something similar to what we had last time with the cooking stuff. More things you collect, the higher your level, the easier the stages will be. Especially for new players. This is supposed to be drawing new players in. And lots of new players won't really have the materials to bring up the characters. During the adventure Witcher 3 summon event, when a Collab character from this event reaches star level 5, the excess memory shards can be converted into memory shards of other owned Collab characters from this event. After the summon ends, any remaining memory shards can be exchanged for memory crystals. Okay, so... Alright, that's cool. But then again, it's for 5-star characters. Unless you're a hyper whale, you're not really going to make use of this. Current rate up character guaranteed in 100 summon, 50% chance of this character being Geralt. We can lose the 50-50, and we can lose the 50-50 to Yennefer, Triss or Ciri. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping for it. Because otherwise, I was also thinking of maybe skipping this one. Because, where is it? Play. Here. November 28th, Geralt of Rivia. December 12th, Yennefer. December 26th, Marigold. But on January 9th, when the Ciri banner is going to be live, we're also going to get 2 reruns, one from Geralt and one for Yennefer. Technically, I think the smartest thing to do would be to just keep waiting, because the only character that's not getting a rerun is Triss. Wait until Christmas, get Triss, then wait for the rerun banners, and then get Yennefer, and then Geralt. I think that would be the most solid plan here. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be that bad. 140 pools. Let's go. Especially with the discounts. Like, you do the discounts, and it would be smart to just wait until the other banners. That's a nothing. But I guess we can go until a legendary. Hopefully 40-50 pools, that's going to be enough for one. That's a 20. Oh, come on, not even a rare? That's sad. That's really sad. And still no upgrades. Hello, gotcha. Yeah, you see, it was probably smarter to keep on waiting, because now this is starting to get a bit expensive. I've run the calculations. I should be fine spending around 180 pools in total on the collab, and still be fine for Mecha Mytha. But we are now going a bit too deep. Yeah, that was 60 pools and nothing. Let's go 70 and we stop here. Not great. Really not great luck. Oh no, wait, this is 80. Collab rate up is guaranteed in 20 more. This hurts. This hurts a little bit, not gonna lie. Come on. Okay, this has to be the guaranteed, and please do me a favor. Do me a favor and pull me Triss. That would basically be the best case scenario. There we go, that's the legendary.
Name's Geralt. No crest, no motto, no plumed helmet. I'm a witcher. If it's help you need, got 2 swords ready.
And an expensive one too, 100 pulls down for Geralt, with no secondary either. $44 left. I'm going to need to pull out a little bit more luck when it comes to the future banners, cause there's no way to go forward. What do we have for weapons? We're activating Signs, attack and defense plus 32% until the start of the next turn. But we've seen that Signs go on a one-turn, at least a one-turn cooldown. 32% attack is still quite a little bit though. Doesn't seem that bad. But I think we can do without. Magic damage 16%, healing effects by 12. Alright, because Yennefer apparently heals too. Before using magic empowerment, Obsidian Star 4, increasing magic damage and healing even further. %16 damage, 12% healing. This is honestly great for other casters as well. The magic empowerment part is basically only for Yennefer, but see once she comes out. Ice and fire skills have crit damage increased by 20% when triggering Rhythm of Frostfire, crit damage plus 20. 40% crit damage. And lastly, this is Series. After triggering teleportation or charge, the next attack 25% increased damage. When the skill is the flash that casts through darkness, the character can select one more target and deal 25% additional damage. When the skill is Nova, additionally knocks the target back 2 tiles and deals 25% damage. Okay, cool. We only have one tenor. And I need to check if we actually get a pick somewhere. This is more paid Witcher stuff. 6k. 6k from 100 pools. Jesus Christ, that one hurt. Oh, we got more weapon pools here. And one more at 160. Again, I've got 180 available. I should be fine reaching this 160 down here. A material to start level up the Witcher swords. This is for the weapons. It's only one, but it's one free start level. Not that bad. The respite takes 320. That's a bit sad. This is way too far. 320 is way, way too far. Okay, so where are they? They are leveling up 2 new units. This is going to hurt. First, Siri, plus 100 speed, base, and plus 1 energy, 252. They are really making these characters fast, aren't they? When ending the turn by non-standby, if not having winged response, the character can use Blink 1 time per round. When not having winged response or having used Blink, the physical attack from the trait is doubled. Right now it's 5%. Let's see. 2 stars, 10% blink, plus 1 tile range, plus 1 energy restoration. Wing response duration reduced by 1 turn. Energy restoration, 2 skill cooldowns at 4 stars. That's actually not that bad either. 15% physical attack at 5 star, which goes up to 30% with her trigger. Blink max range plus 2 tiles, restores all energy, resets all skill cooldowns. I get the feeling she's going to have a really strong nuke, and she's basically going to require 5 stars in order to use said nuke twice per turn. And I only have 300k XP. She doesn't even make it to 55.
I've always wished for...
Oh god. What do we have here? The light that breaks the night, 3% AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles of the character and inflicts stagger for 1 turn. Debuff control bound becomes stunned for 1 turn at the start of the round. This is the one thing that's not really sitting too well with me, because a lot of bosses are immune to these sort of bound controls, so she basically loses the double damage from her extra turn against these bosses. Increases crit by 40%, always lands a crit against enemies with bound, increases damage dealt by 20%. This one too. 40% crit that does not work against bosses. I think for normal content this one should still be taken. A lot of maps, a lot of progression stuff. And I want to see if there's anything else outside of the light that breaks the night. Because it's a 1 hit, 30% damage on a 3-turn cooldown as well. Rank 3, Nova, 70% AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles of the characters, knock back the adjacent by 2 tiles. When at 40% should work on bosses. Oh yeah, no, right, the 40% is always. The 20% extra damage she doesn't get. 3 tiles, knock back 2 tiles. When attacking targets with bond, the skill deals 2 times damage and knockback effect. If the character is in winged response, at the start of the turn, attack with this skill. This turn, 3 targets has been affected by bound. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. But she has to be in winged response, which should be her second turn. Physical damage, AoE damage to the closest 3 enemies within 4 tiles of the character. When hitting 1 enemy, multiplier is 120%. For each additional enemy, skill multiplier decreases by 20%, minimum 40. When attacking targets with bond, attacks 80%. What the hell? For free? Because you've got to understand this. 80% attack from here is actually insanely big, because most of the time we get little attack buffs like attack 2, attack 3, which are 10, 15, maybe there's a 20% attack somewhere. So a free 80 from a skill right here, this is absolutely insane. 8% damage reduction, move 2, we don't care. After using Blink, 3 stacks of damage lock equal to 50% of max HP. After being attacked or using skills with teleportation or charge, 40% HP restored, and can be triggered up to 2 times per round. This is a bit of a no-brainer, especially for the self-healing and the damage lock.
I must say, that puts training on the pendulum to
Makes it so she doesn't get one shot. Temporal Shift, after using this skill at the end of the turn, restores 1 energy, reduces all cooldowns by 1 turn, and reduces the wing response duration by 1 turn. If Blink was used, the wing response duration reduction effect will not activate, so it doesn't help her get more turns faster. Auxiliary passive, when casting basic attacks, trigger the above effects. Okay. We need to check the skill cooldowns though, because this feels like something that's going to be really helpful on lower star levels, since her cooldowns will likely be long. But once she hits 3, 4, 5 stars, 5 stars especially, this one might get kicked out. Homecoming Swallow, the character gains Nest Call and the skill switches to Departing Swallow. After performing physical attack, inflicts speed 2 on the target for 2 turns. End of the turn, automatically teleports to the closest ally within 5 tiles, restores 30% HP and 1 energy. Instant removes a Nest Call from the character. Okay, no, this isn't really that big of a must pick. Again, in order to survive when she's outside of your healing area, she has the 50% skill damage lock, which should be fine. I think if anything this would be more helpful for the energy restoration, but I think I'm just going to pick Temporal Shift here.
What a treat. I must say, that puts training on the pendulum to shame.
Basic attack, crit damage, or lifesteal. She has self-healing with her passive. I think we go crit damage here.
What a treat. I must say, that puts training...
I need to get some experience. Hold on. Let me see if something refreshed around here.
しかもこんなに良心的な価格、他にはにゃいぞ。
$30K, I'm afraid that's not gonna be enough. And this refreshes in 2 days.
今日はど
That's a little bit unfortunate. I just wanted to go up and get the last rank skill.
Thank you. I've always wished for a...
Okay, it's just 1 level. Crit damage and movement. Leader Aura for all dimensional travelers increases attack and defense. Considering that Geralt also gets a pretty big leader skill, yeah, this doesn't really matter all that much now, does it?
What a treat. I must say, that puts training on the pendulum to shame.
Buffs, she already has hers. And what do we have here? Here's our charge. 1 location, cross-shaped range. 170%. 170? Okay, to the enemy closest to the endpoint on the path, plus stagger. Auxiliary passive, after any basic attack, inflicts stagger on the target for 1 turn. I don't think we're going to run the leader skill. Charge has to be in, So either we keep the temporal shift as a little passive to help with energy generation and cooldown, again, especially now that she's very low level. And for the last one, we basically just pick one of these. Not a fan of this one, honestly. And again, this one might be a Castalia-worthy one. Flash that cuts through darkness should be the skill with the highest skill multiplier, even though 4 energy cost, 3 turn cooldown.
What a treat, I must say.
And we go with the big one for now. And I guess we go with the crit for now.
What a treat, I must say.
Again, if we want to do something like this, because characters usually have 5 to 10% base crit, she should already be at 45. For her weapon, if you don't want to pick the gacha one, some of these daggers should be more than fine, it's another 15%. Not to mention, Void should help a lot too, since that's instant, right? Oh, the charge is not even instant. Honestly, that's a little bit disappointing. Like this, she should get the extra turn after her charge and use Flash that cuts through darkness as the second skill. I'm worried about the energy costs though. Because she starts with 4. She starts the battle with 4. So at base, she can only really use the Flash that cuts through darkness. She needs to find 3 more energy somewhere else. And I'm not sure even Temporal Shift is going to help much with it. That's likely something that comes with the star levels later on. Second item, again, this is likely just going to be fine for a Maverick Cloak. There's one at 50 here, should be good enough. Deal damage, this is AoE though. And as most AoE damage dealers, there's just going to be a Magician in there. Bit too soon to try her out, 55-11 is honestly not ideal. Not to mention, I really wanted to see the rank 13 skills, what sort of materials they required. But that's our starting point. Next, Geralt. 10% crit as base, at 1 star, that's fine. He needs to be 2 stars to get regeneration. And he needs to be 3 stars for damage reduction 1, which is honestly a little bit low, it's only 10%. Well, he needs to be 3 stars for the Quench Shield 2, and it's only 1 stack. Regen damage reduction 1, crit rate plus 30% at 4 stars. And looks the switch between 4 and 5 stars only adds some extra physical defense down, magical defense down. And the second stack of the Quench Shield. Ah, damn. Yeah, looks like Ciri kind of wants to be 3 stars to be useful, and then maxed out to be good, and Geralt kind of wants to be 4 stars to be useful. 13, I am not gonna touch them now. As for the skills, Ignisan, which we've seen already, little AoE damage with armor piercing or the Firestorm. And this was the weird we've seen in the tutorial as well. 3 hits, 50% damage to 3 to all enemies within 3 tiles. Again, 150% damage total, pretty decent AoE. Art. Knock back the target 1/3 in the selected direction, 2 tiles. If the target is at the end, only knocks back 1 tile. If the target is an item, plus 100% damage. All targets take 50% increased final damage from the character's next attack for 1 turn. Again, another stealth buff, that's really nice. Storm, knock back the first enemy in each column near 3/3 in the selected direction by 4 tiles. If it's an item, 300% damage. I think this item thing is likely just going to come into play when it comes to this event specifically, because we're likely going to have to fight a Leshen that spawns lots and lots of little vines. But otherwise, this item damage almost never comes into play. Finisher Rend, 180% AoE damage to all targets within 4 tiles in front before attacking. Attack increases by 40%. We already have 3 skills that we kind of want to pick in the first 2 ranks. Reaction, damage reduction 2. Uses damage taken, range damage taken. This is again guaranteed pick at fleet-footed. Irden, spin attack. Assign skill for all enemies within 3 tiles, movement -2, speed -2, vulnerable -2 on all of them before they attack for 2 turns. Then deals 2 hits, 30% AoE damage. Pretty decent debuff, speed 2, vulnerable 2, not to mention it's an instant attack, so you can follow this up with another AoE hit as well. Likely the Whirl here. Also doesn't seem to cost mana, which is great. Composure reduces damage taken by 20%. When attacking targets with bound, damage increases by 20%. Similar to what Sivri got, except it's a damage reduction on the first half. Skill lock and on injured, or 110% physical damage. Hopefully neither of these is going to be required, but likely. Yeah, you know what, I don't know, because he looks a little bit more like a utility unit than a proper damage dealer. So maybe, just maybe, sealing attack rather than an extra 10% damage is going to be just fine. Execution, sign skill, instant, single target attack, before attacking inflicts stagger, passive lock and reaction lock on the target for 2 turns, then deals 70% damage. Pretty cool, especially passive and reaction, also doesn't require the target to be injured in order to inflict the passive lock. And again, being instant, you can follow this up with another nuke. In this case, since it's single target, likely Finisher Rend. And lastly, Leader Aura. For all Dimensional Traveler ally in battle, increases attack by 10, defense by 20, damage and piercing damage by 10% when attacking targets with bond, additionally increases by 20%. A 30% damage boost. Wait. A 30% damage boost for all Dimensional Traveler allies. My brother in Christ. That is a 30% damage boost for Marsil as well. Not to mention another 30% damage boost for all other collab units that will be coming out in the future. Yeah, Geralt might have costed 100 pools, but I'm regretting it less and less as we move forward. Only problem I've got with the dude is the fact that I don't really have the materials to level him up. Wait, where was it used? Oh, right here. There is an instant tier 12 item here, but I kind of wanted to save this for Iron Metha. Even though Yeah, I think on Geralt this would save like 3 Castalias. Because again, I see him more as a utility unit. I think bringing pushes plus extra damage is also going to be nice. The same way you can build him as either an AoE damage dealer with Whirl and the spin attack, or as a single target nuker with Execution plus Rend. He seems very versatile, especially under these circumstances. This one I don't really care. But yeah, these are potentially 3 Castalias. Maybe I'm just talking myself into it. But I think this one is not going to be a waste. And we can go to rank 13 as well. Please tell me. Each time damage is dealt, 1 stack of Battle Trance. When dealing damage through finisher Rend, the character can gain 5 stacks. Battle Trance increases attack and defense by 1% up to 10 stacks. It's even more stats. Oh, come on. Piety? Really? Oh, come on. It's mixed? Really? I'm going to cry. I swear, I'm going to freaking cry. Each stack of Battle Trance additionally increases damage dealt by 1%. That's an extra 10% damage boost. And there's absolutely no way I can get him to level 3. Where it's another 20% damage boost. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, nah, they've done a really great job. The collab characters are really freaking strong this time around. Okay, so... Alright, this is the Quen. Yet another skill that gives him more shields for even more utility. AoE damage and push. And of course he has the potions as well. So I guess we can try set him up for AoE damage at first. The leader skill, we keep it here. This is incredible, honestly. We always keep the leader skill. But again, if we want damage, we can go with, where is it? Spin attack. Plus Whirl. There's our AoE build. Otherwise, there's always Igni. Gives armor piercing as well. This might be something I have to test. I want to see if the 40% armor piercing is going to be better or worse compared to the vulnerable 2 here. But again, this is also 30% damage. But yeah, otherwise we've got the execution here, plus Rend. Applies stagger as well. Otherwise, where was it? Yeah, the blast for another 50% attack. This should be decent for single target damage. And then there's other skills we can play around with. As for gear, the crit is rare, right? Yeah, it's 10% crit from here. I kind of don't want to, but I'm afraid I kind of have to. Because again, he's got instant skills as well, so you just slap Void on him. And the same thing might be for the armor, even though he doesn't really feel like the kind of character that should be too far away from the others. So rather than the Maverick Cloak, especially because he doesn't really have extra movement, he doesn't really have charges. I think maybe something a bit more defensive isn't going to be that bad. Is it's either this or just some random stats. Honestly, I think a Prairie Fire might not be that bad either. Just gives him an extra skill, an extra something to bring in battle. Last piece of gear, again, this one depends on the build that we're going to run. If we go with AoE damage, it has to be yet another Magician. If we go with single target damage, probably crit. Okay, let's use this thing for now. What else did they send? Another 100. Not really gonna do much with this now, do we? Ounce of gold, though. Yeah, I'm thinking, because we've got 25 pools for weapons. Do I maybe want to try for these weapons? Because I think when it comes to adding these weapons to weapon boxes, it's also going to be quite a while. Luckily, once Ciri comes out, we should get the first box with 3. But 15% extra damage isn't honestly all that much. This one needs star levels in order to get something better. For Geralt, it's just attack and defense. Yeah, I think I'm not spending this now. If I'm spending pools on the weapons banner, it's going to be either for one of these two first. If I can get it, all the better. If not, we'll see what other options we have. So for now, we leave both Geralt and Ciri with whatever they've got on. Which is like basic crit stuff. Before we go on, just a second. Yes, in order to max Geralt out, we need both Hope and Piety. Oh god, Yennefer needs this one too. This hurts. This honestly really hurts. Did no one get Foresight? Okay, Ciri and Triss. Fantastic. By the time they come out, we should have enough Foresight for both. So, for now, I guess we get back to the main event. Start grinding a little bit, because I want to get Ciri up to level 60 as well. I think I should have enough mats to get her to rank 13 too, so we can go check that skill out as well. I see the village folk don't meet many outsiders. Doesn't Geralt need oath-keeping sigils? Those two. Again, for these collab units, they've split the materials that they require. But when it comes to oath-keeping, I'm at a bit of a higher level, so I'm not worried too much. That mercenary reader seems sensible. Unruffled by the assault, knew when to accept help, worthy of praise, even from me. Time's short, I'll check the village. Because yeah, this shop we've got 3 pools, which is standard, 1 Castalia, random chest, 20 badges of piety, thank God, brilliant ores, common experience, which I'll need a lot of, and the rest opens on December 5th. Okay, hopefully this part that opens on December 5th means it's going to be... we're going to have a little bit more to play through. Is he good? Geralt? They're both crazy. Both for the skills and the multipliers. Like, they get a personal attack buff before attacking, and that attack buff can basically be considered an attack 8. When the most common buff we get are attack 2 for all other normal units. Sorry about the gossip, small villages, you know. Isolation breeds fear and superstition. Don't worry about it, Yen and I have had our share of crooked looks. Folks fear what they don't know, same in every world. How about crows? Notice any around? Ah, the Witcher everyone is prattling on about. Hunt sorceresses, do you? Monsters. Aye, that's what I'm saying. Sorceresses are monsters, aren't they? Oh god. These guys are still suffering PTSD from Luvata. Could we focus on the crows, please? Right, crows. Been circling the village. They have. Right odd, like they was tied to the place. Clear sorcerer's meddling, if you ask me. Have you noticed anything strange in the village recently? Aye, days are shorter and the birds are screeching bloody murder. Proper eerie, the whole lot. And all have these wolves a-prowling. Folk say it's an omen, a sign of doom. Sure is. Those witches and their wicked looks at spells. They've cursed us all. That's quite the assumption. We have so many witches on our side, it's honestly crazy. Greetings, good sir. Oh, we know you. Oh dear, my poultice, silly me, I've left it on the stove. Excuse me, oh dear, it'll burn. Someone doesn't want to talk. Wait, damn it, something wrong with my face? Had a look around, no sign of anyone being marked. You found anything? Nothing yet. Monsters, beasts in the village, hurry this way, they're at the gate. Looks like it's just more wolves too. The poor lad, his gun, were too late. I failed him, failed the whole village. Let's finish this. Also, honestly, really glad that we're getting to play through the story just with story-based characters. They're level 20, but that honestly doesn't matter too much. Because I don't really like when we get level 60 units that just one-shot absolutely everything.
You shan't make it out of here.
Come on, come closer.
The double portal plus damage. Cannot really push this one, let's just tank. Oh, come on, Faisal doesn't one-shot? Watch those crows, Geralt. They're circling, looking for an opening. Crows, far as the eye can see. That's the forestival darkness.
Come on, come closer.
Alright, because he gets extra crit from here too, plus 30. So 1 star, that's 40% crit, 55% with the daggers. And the second one, I guess it was Thunderbolt. Or extra energy restoration. I guess we can go Thunderbolt. 20% attack, 20% crit.
Any last words? Let the blade sing. Gave me no choice.
Time's of the essence.
And again, 20% attack is also on top of the 40% attack that he gets before casting Finisher Rend. I think Global might have gotten a little bit screwed when it comes to the power creep here. Single target, 170. 170! Yeah, the skill multipliers are going high, are going up high, real high. Sorry, phone call, let's get back to us. One location, 120% fire AoE damage. Oh, this is Barrel's firewall. And turns the tiles into burning. 120% ice AoE damage to all enemies within 2 tiles of the target. Target though.
You've crossed the wrong sorceress.
My poor village, what's become of you? He can't really get up there. Try and stop these guys.
Come, time's of the essence. This ought to help. You've crossed the wrong sorceress.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, I absolutely love Yennefer.
You shan't make it out of here.
Portal
on,
magic
come
is
closer.
fantastic. Yeah, that's the whirl,
Eat this.
Igni, and whirl.
Any last words? All
次は
over
私の
now.
番
He's without leader skill like this though.
いいですよ
次のターゲットはドイツだ。
Ah, that's a magic It
Come
doesn't
on,
really matter.
Come closer. Let the blade sing.
And down it goes.
Gave me no choice.
Finally, those frenzied things were terrifying. Oh, this is all my doing. I failed you. I swear on my life, it won't happen again. Elder, don't blame yourself, you did everything you could. Poor guy. But with this we unlock the collection as well. The Gwent Tournament Trophy in the corresponding event stages grants the following buff to allies after casting AoE skills to attack, gain physical shield equal to 20% HP of the character. And yeah, these looks like they're just free. And we have more from Voyage of Discovery and more from Converging Paths. Converging Paths which unlocks in 35 days, Jesus. Strange, sending beasts beyond the woods just to attack the village. Glad you were here. Any clue who's marked? Not yet. Maybe the Leshen hasn't placed his mark yet? Tough to say. But we can still kill it. Even if it resurrects, it'll give the village a break. At least for a bit. Agreed. Let's gear up and move out. December 5. That's for all the intervals, and I guess these are also the farming stages. Oh no, the farming stages unlock after chapter 3, that's great. Leshens dwell deep in the woods. See these claw marks on the trees? We're close. It's quiet, too quiet. Where could the Leshen be hiding? We'll fell the totems first, weaken it before the fight. Wouldn't advise facing it with them still standing. And look for crows, they don't stay away from the totems. I'll come with you, we should see this terrible beast fall with my own eyes. The Elder is not going to survive this, is he? Takes skill to hunt a monster, not a thirst for blood. True, true, but I have a duty to guard my village. Fine, just try to stay out of the way. This must be one of the Leshen's totems. Destroy it before the beast finds us.
This ought to help. You've crossed the wrong sorceress.
I guess the only little bit of a negative thing is that if I keep using the teleport
You shan't make it out of here.
to toss Geralt around, we don't get to see the big lightning storm. And I don't want him to get poisoned, so go one further.
次は私の番。了解。
次のターゲットはドイツだ。近づくな。
I guess this is because he is high star level. Yeah, 30% crit is 5 star. But there is also just +1 movement. Where does the +3 come from? Curious.
Come,
And
time's
that
of the
is
essence.
wave number 2 that goes down.
次は私の番。みんな元気出して。
どうも。次のターゲットはドイツだ。
Oh, there we have him. Bastards sure big enough. All 2, not gonna be easy. Steady now. Watch out for its claws. Stand back, I'll burn these tendrils to ash. It can't handle fire. Use anything that burns. We already have to take it down? Isn't it a bit too early? Nah, there's no way this is sticking around here. He's going to run the moment we deal a bit too much
Come,
damage to him.
time's of the essence.
That's almost guaranteed.
This ought to help.
And we get to see the elemental storm.
You've crossed the wrong sorceress. A weak bunch.
次は
these
私の番。
brutes.
いいですよ。
Yeah, it's 3 elements, but doesn't really have that big of an animation. Also, honestly, a little bit weird that it doesn't have the... how do we say? The presentation? Because, you know, when Geralt uses the big attack, he gets the art flashing in the middle of the screen.
次のターゲットはド
I
イツ
guess
だ。
that's not Jennifer's core skill somehow.
食らえ。
Yeah, let's bring him back
You
here.
shan't make it out of here.
Mission objective is just killing the Leshen. We can leave all the other units by themselves. Also, yeah, potions. This is turn 4. Potions are available again. And the Leshen keeps teleporting. And we're locked in here.
次は私の番。それ。
どうも。次のターゲットはドイツだ。
Okay, that's one. We did it. The creature's slain. At last, my village is saved. What? No, it lives still? Its mark is still nearby. Never seen one resurrect this fast though. Magic's worked somehow. Stronger. It must be the change in the realm. Then we fall back. No point in wasting our strength. Won't get anywhere with the mark still out there. How much do you want to bet that the mark is on the village elder? Because if I were a betting man, I would be ready to bet a lot on the fact that the mark was on the village elder. And no, looks like the collab is still time-gated to hell and back. Let's see, get some experience. Quests and feats are normal things. You can start with these. Alright, this is just like the Danmeshi collab. There's 3 different farming stages. How far back are they?
Let's get to work.
Come. Battle awaits.
Yeah, these are level 25. Let's see who else is in the recommended. Just the base group.
私がみんなを守ります。
奴らを懲らしめてやる。
面白いとこ？うちも行きたい。
A bit unfortunate, but what can you do?
Yield and save me some time.
Okay, why do you start with 5 energy now? Well, I guess he's the favor here. Yeah, start of turn, +1 energy, and the other energy she gets from the passive.
Time and space shall bend to my will.
This
Hardly
skill.
a challenge.
Okay, there's our blink, and after blink the winged response is for 4 turns.
There's fight in me yet.
Yeah, she needs stir-ups.
Now.
She needs a ton of stir-ups.
みんな元気出して。
Appreciate it.
4 turns cooldown for the extra action is a bit too long. Not to mention the insane energy
Nice
cost that she
try.
has.
Don't mind if I do. Any last words? All over now. Appreciate it. Eat this. Gave me no choice.
みんなが頑張ったお
Geralt
かげ
seems to be a
で
little
食べ
bit
ま
more
した。
fine.
今夜はごちそうでお祝いだよ。
Like, he's just 1 star, he's missing some buffs, he's missing the extra movement, he's missing some crit. But Geralt at least seems to be doing fine when it comes to usability. Or at least it doesn't feel as energy dependent as Ciri does.
Yield and save me some time. Hardly a challenge.
次は私の番。
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it truly.
させない。
Time
Come on, come closer. Any last words?
Looks like on auto it just uses the highest 2 potions. That's healing and extra attack.
この程度かよ。
Yield and save me some time. Willing to accept
次は
defeat
私
now?
の番
I appreciate it.
Come on, come closer. Gave me no choice.
やるじゃんか。あ、なんでもね。俺がいるからには。
That no, for low stars, DC rebuild has to be reviewed. There's absolutely no way she can go on like this. I still think her gear is fine, but like, if you want to keep the flash that cuts through darkness, I think temporal shift is something that just has to be there. How do you inflict bond on someone if you use the temporal shift though? I'm afraid the crit flies out of the window. Yeah, either that or you have to remove the charge. On the bright side, she's a seeker, so she has 5 starting movement. But again, I don't know about removing that charge. Yeah, we're fine without the teleport. AoE and knockback when attacking enemies with bound. Yes, this thing is another 3 energy too. I think I might want to try Nova. Bring out the charge, use Nova instead of the charge, and then the flash. And I hope we're going to be fine spending 1 Castalia here, because there should be a second and third ones from the event.
What a treat. I must say.
So either we do something like this, with crit, or we try and keep the charge.
Yield and save me some time. Stand down. Hardly a challenge. There's fight in me yet.
Oh, can recast Nova too. And this one should be for even higher damage.
Time and space
But
shall
again,
bend to my will. Willing to
we've got the ultimate up and ready.
みんな元気出して
Appreciate it.
どうも。
Come on, come closer. Appreciate it. Any last words? All over now. Any last words?
These are some pretty damn decent crits too.
次のターゲットはドイツだ。
yield and save me some time.
Oh, now it's still enhanced.
Coward. Hardly a
Okay,
challenge.
that's
みんなが頑
cool.
張ったおかげで勝てました今夜はごちそうでお祝いだよ
And yeah, this way she basically saves everything. When it comes to energy, she saves everything for the big nuke. She just casts Nova after Nova basically every single turn.
Yield and save me some time. I appreciate it, truly. Willing to accept defeat now? There's fight in me yet.
Link is maybe a bit short.
Time and space shall bend to my will.
I honestly would have preferred a 5 tiles Blink.
Appreciate
But for a
it.
free character, I'm not gonna complain too much. If anything, I do wonder
Come
what's
on,
going to happen
come
now
closer.
to other units like Celine,
Don't mind
the
if I
Legendary
do.
Lightning. Because Legendary Lightning is also just an AoE damage dealer as a Seeker.
Any last words? Eat this. Gave me no choice.
And I wonder if now that character becomes an easy skip, because Ciri does basically what she does.
おバカさんが一人減ったね。
奴らを追い抜け。集中だ。そこだ。とりあえずそうしとく。
Yield and save me some time.
Ah, you're a bit too far back.
I'll wait
次
here,
は私の番。
idly.
いいですよ。
どうも。
Come on, come closer.
やるじゃんか。あ、なんでもね。俺がいるからには当然の結果ってことだ。
Okay, looks like this now wants collection level 3. Let's see if we have maybe unlocked something else. Just 2. In the corresponding event stages, grants the following buff to allies. When injured, reduces damage taken by 10%. Not that big. Do have 4k points down here. Please tell me this is enough to max her out. Okay, there's Ciri.
Thank you. I've always wished for a simple life on the path. But I see even I need
59 and a
more power
half.
to protect those I hold dear.
I hate this game. I swear to God. What do you mean 59 and a half? I feel like I'm getting trolled at this point. There are also not even that many. Let's see, where are you?
Thank
He
you.
is 60.
I've always wished for a simple life on the path. But I see even I need more power to protect those I hold dear.
9,000, but we are down to 12. Yeah, 9,000 total for the rank 13. We are getting close though. And again, I basically got Nidia to rank 13 a couple of days ago, so... My maths. My poor maths.
無人販売機
And of course, there's not going to be anything in the shop.
今日のおすすめ商品を見てらっしゃい
I keep checking the shop as if it was a fridge. You check it twice just to make sure it's actually empty.
今日はどんな運命の秘密を
Even though I remember that there should have been somewhere a weapon picker. Astral Alloy for the Witcher 3. This is another one of those materials that lets you uncap one of the weapons for free. Geralt tells Ciri, "Oh, so much fun. I'm worried for PvP. Ciri AoE speed down 2, huge range with Blink 5 move, and then the knockback on the moon with 6 stars. Oh boy. Hey Shadow, welcome. You know what's worrying me a lot for PvP? Yennefer. Apparently Yennefer has 250 something speed. She is almost as fast as Tyr. And she can teleport two allies to deal AoE damage twice. That thing is scaring the hell out of me. Either that or she can just one-shot AoE the entire enemy team because she gets the enhanced skill. Where were we? Astral Alloy over here. Random legendaries. Tarot Whispers. Legendary Trinket, but still random. More badges of Foresight. Rank medals. More chests. I guess it's not here. Even though I was pretty sure that I saw a Witcher weapon selector chest somewhere. Why is Trees so slow though? Wait, you can actually check Trees somewhere? Because Yennefer we can see in the event. Trees, I have no idea where she is. And no, this is the older stuff. Your girl will be the best to par with SP Samantha. I honestly cannot wait. But yeah, we can check Geralt here. We can check on Ciri. Yennefer we have in the event. We can check her there. Where's Triss? I was honestly kind of happy that we could lose the 50-50 on these. I was kind of hoping to lose these to Triss on day one, not gonna lie. Because Geralt, yeah, looks great, he has a fantastic leader skill, but I would have been a lot happier if I could just start the game with Triss instead. Not to mention, bro actually took the whole 100 pools to come home. Alright, any chance we can see them here? No, we can't click on the units. We can only see the rank 13 skills. When attacking enemy targets with DOT, increases damage by 15% and crit by 20% when triggering Rhythm of Frostfire, magic attack plus 10%. Again. Even more crits, even more damage. Dude, she's going to blow stuff up. Also, why do you say she's low? She's a breaker, she's a red unit. Shouldn't her speed range between 210 and 190 something? Unless they really want to make her a pure caster and they set her speed down to 120 to 150, in which case I think it, yeah, would be a little bit weird. But I'm afraid for now I can't really do much else. Kind of locked here. Like, damage testing on level 1 units doesn't really seem that smart a thing to do. But I would be curious to see how these characters compare with someone like an SP Revia, for example. Oh, phone, 1 second. Okay, back. Let's see if we can get a little bit more materials here. Here, especially. Oh, just level 1. Looks like this will be a pretty slow track too. Weapon tickets rather than gacha ones. And lots of Siri memory. 2.6k at 25, that's actually a lot. And some furnishing tickets. Wait. This can't be gacha now, can it? No, right? Like, you get one at random, but then you can only get the others. Right? They're not making a furniture gacha. And yeah, of course, there's the loot in here. Honestly, really tempted to get this. Especially for the fact that, again, you can get this back. But I want some extra levels in it first. So, let's bring these two in.
Let's get to work.
Here as a buffer. Tristan is 151, that means SP Samantha will be 152 and will go first. I think you meant Tris rather than Tristan, right? And in that case, would that really be so bad? Like, anything that survives from SP Samantha gets blown to smithereens.
Come, battle awaits.
I think there should be what happened to SP Revia. She's not exactly the golden standard for AoE damage at this point, but kind of curious. So Geralt, that's full on AoE. She's sadly level 55 and she's missing a maxed out Maverick Cloak. I think I got the one from Rico off of her as well, damn it. And yeah, I'm afraid in order to avoid spending too much energy, this is the only thing we can do for now. Nova, Flash, and Crit. She needs like 3-star minimum, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 3-star minimum, Blink restores 2 energy and should let her use a second skill that costs energy, rather than having to run around with a 0-cost one. But again, she gives me the feeling that she must hit 5 stars in order to be decent. Alright, we were speaking about Yennefer before. Have you seen the vulnerable tree on Yennefer's skill? You want to talk about scary stuff? Let's talk about an AoE vulnerable tree.
Appreciate it.
Yield and save me some time.
Okay, 4k attack base.
Coward.
7k per hit, actually not that bad.
There's fight in me yet. Time and space shall bend to my will.
And again, 7k per hit on the second one. In and 1.2. There's a little bit of a difference there. But I guess I want to check that out to Aurelia being 5-star.
Don't mind if I do.
Extra crit, extra attack.
Eat this.
That were multiple hits. That still dealt 60,000 damage.
Any last words?
And 150. Holy shit, Geralt. If you have Samantha 5-star, she gives the aura to mark the enemies whenever the aggression units hit them. And when Samantha ends her turn, she deals 100% magic damage to everyone with the mark. 3 can't mark units for Samantha for the first turn. That's why you bring Luvata, right? Oh, no, damn it! I wanted to click on the damage thing. But from a first impression, looks like Geralt actually deals quite a lot of AoE damage. SP Revia should have dealt the middle ground, while Ciri was a bit on the lower side.
Let's get to work.
Come. Battle awaits.
Yeah, that's why your girl Luvata is still the best to pair with SP Samantha. I'm just going to run all 3. Again, 2 fiery hot redheads in one team, that's better than 1.
Yield and save me some time. Coward. There's fight in me yet. Time and space shall bend to my will.
I don't know about this one. I get the feeling that the second hit is only really good against lower enemy numbers.
I appreciate it, truly.
Because it only hits 3 of these enemies.
I'll wait here. Idly.
Revia always our bestie.
Come on, come closer.
And lastly,
Don't mind if I do.
that's for crit, there's for the self attack. 4.7. And again, magic attack as the physical.
Any last words? Eat this.
Kind of liking the AoE damage that Geralt can dish out, not gonna lie.
Nice work. Couldn't have done it without you. Well, maybe, but would have taken longer. Rare luxury having someone to watch my back.
214, one rotation, a little bit better compared to Aspiravia. Problem is whether Geralt can keep this up every single turn. As for Ciri, 72 feels very low at this point. But again, Ciri should maybe be a little bit better on single target.
Let's get to work.
Come. Battle away.
And yeah, on single target, this one should be crit. As for Ciri, I think we give up Nova. We bring charge, and this is 170%. This does create some problems with the energy though. Let's see if Tyre is going to be enough to work around these energy problems a little. And yeah, I still think Aspiravia is going to be the meter against which we go and test these out.
I appreciate it, truly.
Can't really give an attack buff to all three, but we can do this.
Coward.
17k single target.
There's fight in me yet.
And yeah, now she needs star levels.
Yield and save me some time.
She should be able to double charge too, but she really needs those star levels.
Coward. There's fight in me yet.
18k basic though. Jesus.
Come on, come closer. Don't mind if I do.
I think she should be close. With the teleport, with the high damage from it, she should be a little bit closer. Oh, come on. Geralt. Christ, Geralt. Does this buff? Act again, jump, movement, it doesn't buff. Great. I just needed this.
Eat this.
Okay, blast first and deals no damage.
Let the blade sing.
And 40,000 damage from Rand. Up to 5,000 attack. Again, that Rand is really damn scary too. And yeah, even when it comes to single target damage, there's Geralt on top at 44, Ciri second at 35, she needs star levels, and Ravia down at 22. Alright then, looks like that's going to be it for the stream though. Can't really do much, everything is locked for 2 more days, so it's likely that we'll see each other again on December 5th for the second half of the collab. And then we wait for Christmas. Alright then, as always, Thanks a lot for coming by and playing through the collab with me, and see you guys around soon. Ciao!